So this is the electronic Safevent window. It can be operated by a patient inside the room, or it can be operated by a caregiver outside of the room. It can also be linked into the BMS of a building, so it can be thermostatically operated, or it can be operated on a timer. That's completely up to the design team when they're putting the project together. The window itself operates on a motor electronically. It's a smooth, silent action, open and closed. As we say, this can be done inside a room or outside a room. So for a seclusion room, it's really good in that a member of staff needn't put themselves in harm's way, or the patient in harm's way by going into the room to operate the window. It can be operated by a key outside the room, and as the patient becomes calmer, it can then be, the operation of the window can be handed over to the patient, so they get control of their own environment, which actually makes it's a therapeutic tool to calm people down more quickly when they get control over their own environment. Anybody outside, if there is there's no possibility of being trapped. It's got safeguards built into it to make sure nobody can be hurt. The window stops as soon as it feels resistance, and then we'll carry on. Integrated within this window, this is an optional extra, which are the blinds, and again, they're encapsulated within the sealed unit. So there are no cleaning issues, there are no ligature issues, they're actually in between the glass. And then patients or staff, if they want to control the blinds, they can open the blinds, set them at an angle they want to either take glare away, or for privacy. So if you get a facility that's being overlooked by flats and you think that people are looking into the windows at patients, you can tilt the blinds to an angle where somebody high up wouldn't be able to see into the room, but the patient can see out. This can be all planned with your design team as well. The electronic blinds actually roll from open to closed, and then they can open themselves. So if you leave your finger on the switch, the blind knows then that you want to operate it to go up. You just click it again and it'll stop at a certain point, or you can go all the way up and then the blinds go to nothing, where you basically don't see the blinds at all. It's as if they weren't there. And this again is something that gives a patient control over their own environment without having Velcro curtains hanging on the floor, or any pull down curtain rails that can be used as a weapon afterwards, or snapped and used as a stabbing. This is all safe, encapsulated within the window, and either patient or caregiver control. So if a patient was in a situation where they were walking around naked, or causing a nuisance in some way through their illness, the staff can take control of the blinds away from the patient, so they can operate the blinds from the nurse's station or from outside the bedroom, so that at night at a certain time the blinds can be put in place and control taken away from the patient and given back during the day when the light differential is more forgiving. If you come round this side, you'll get to see that operating from the patient side. So this is just completely flat on the inside. There's nowhere to tie anything to, there's no way you can slam your hand into anything. These are standard switches, but we can go down to stainless steel feather touch buttons, or whatever your design team feels is appropriate for the window. So you just set the blinds where you feel comfortable with them, and then you're opening that and letting massive amounts of have natural ventilation into the room, but you can just set that as much or as little as you want. And as I say, if these are at a high level, so you've got a hospital and the area, it's a summer's day, the hospital's working hard and all that heat is trapped in during the day, you can have clear story lights, so you can have high level windows with Safevents on that can be operated from lower levels. So if you've got a sports hall with ribbon windows all around the top, they can be operated from downstairs to let massive amounts of natural ventilation in, or at clear story level at some point in the hospital when all that heat is trapped in during the day. At night the windows can open automatically on a timer, so say 9:30 at night or 10 o'clock the windows open. All that heat just rises out of the hospital and costs you nothing to do. Whereas normally you'd be paying your air conditioner and be running all night to try and clear the building in Australia or America where they need air conditioning all the time. This is a way of saving money. It can just open when there's a temperature differential, and that all that heat just chimneys out of the place. Night purging costs nothing. 4 o'clock in the morning it closes over and keeps the place cool. But this is a really good option if you want control outside of the room itself.